Good afternoon. Coming up today on WCMO TV, NewsCenter 15, Sunday may be removed from the U.S. list of state sponsors of terrorism. Two guitars owned, played, and partly designed by the late Eddie Van Halen will be going up for auction. And Joe Biden's campaign is found in unexpected places. Tune in for all of this and more on WCMO TV at 12:30 and 6:30.
When I found Marietta, I didn't just find a place to go to college. I found so much more than that.
I found friends. I found sports.
I found my passion.
I found family.
I found my calling. I found a place to call home. Discover what you can find at Marietta by visiting marietta.edu today.
Coming up today on NewsCenter 15, rule change for presidential debates,
and how the presidential election will affect Congress.
We'll have these stories and more. NewsCenter 15 starts now. Good afternoon, and welcome to Tuesday's edition of NewsCenter 15. I'm Andrew Konjovich.
And I'm Sam Rebedu.
Topping our news this afternoon. The Nonpartisan Commission on Presidential Debates announced a rule change for the upcoming debates on Monday that determines President Donald Trump and Democrat Joe Biden will have their microphones cut off in Thursday's debate while their rival delivers their opening 2-minute answer to each of the debate topics. The 90-minute debate is divided into 6 15-minute segments, with each candidate granted 2 minutes to deliver uninterrupted remarks before proceeding to an open debate. The open discussion portion of the debate will not feature a mute button.
The number of passengers screened in a single day for flights in the U.S. topped 1 million for the first time on Sunday since COVID-19 infections began to spike last March, signifying both the progress made since the darkest days of pandemic for the U.S. airline industry, when fewer than 100,000 people were screened per day in April, and how far it still has to go. The million-plus passengers screened Sunday compares with 2.6 million on the same day last year, or roughly 60% fewer, according to the Transportation Security Administration.
What's the weather like out there today?
Here to provide a first look at the weather is Kyler Folkert.
What can we expect, Kyler?
Well, we can expect current conditions are 62, feels like 62, cloudy, high of 68 today, and low of 58. The UV low is 2, air quality is fair, and pollen is low as well. The wind is south 7 miles per hour, humidity is 93. The sunrise today was at 7:41, and we're expecting the sunset to be at 6:38. Back to you guys.
How will the election control of Congress? The makeup of Congress will be determined by the general election, with both parties needing a majority to control the House or Senate. Republicans hold the Senate 53 to 47. Democrats must gain at least 3 seats to win control, or 4 if President Donald Trump is reelected and Vice President Mike Pence can break a tie. Only 1/3 of the 100 Senate seats are up for re-election, since senators serve 6-year terms. This year, 35 Senate seats are up for grabs, and around a dozen GOP-held seats and 2 Democratic-held seats seem competitive.
On Monday, President Trump said Sudan will be removed from the U.S. list of state sponsors of terrorism if it follows through on its pledge to pay $335 million to American terror victims and their families. The move would open the door for the African country to get international loans and aid needed to revive its battered economy and rescue the country's transition to democracy. The announcement comes as the Trump administration works to get other Arab countries, such as Sudan, to join the United Arab Emirates and Bahrain's recent recognition of Israel.
What happens when you cast your ballot but die before the election? We'll find out here soon, and some other stories.
We'll be back after this.
Hey, this is Kevin Love from the Cleveland Cavaliers. Right now, many of us feel anxious. Mindfulness can help you ease those feelings. My nonprofit is partnering with Headspace to offer free content to help you stress less. Head to kevinlovefund.org/headspace.
Here's to the straggly ones. The first ones. Hey, I look good with this ones. The black, brown, red, and gray ones. The itchy ones. The ones grown by Dad. The ones grown for Dad. The I nearly didn't do it this year ones. And the absolutely filthy ones. They all raise awareness, raise funds, start conversations, and save lives. Because whatever you grow will save a bro. Learn more at Movember.com.
Cast by people who vote early but die before Election Day are sometimes cited as proof of voter fraud, but in many states they're perfectly legal. 17 states prohibit counting ballots cast by someone who subsequently dies before the election, but 10 states specifically allow it. Questions over whether a ballot will count if someone votes early but dies before Election Day are especially pressing this year, amid a coronavirus outbreak that has been especially perilous for older Americans. People 85 years and older represent nearly 1 in 3 deaths from COVID-19 in the U.S.
Evo Morales' party has claimed victory in a presidential election that appears to abruptly shift Bolivia back to the left. It's a stinging rebuke for the U.S.-backed conservative government that took power after the leftist leader resigned and fled the country a year ago. The leading rival of Morales' hand-picked successor, Luis Arce, conceded defeat on Monday, as did interim President Janine Áñez. Officials are not releasing a quick count of results from Sunday's vote, but 2 independent samples of selected polling places showed Arce with a lead well beyond what he needs to avoid a runoff.
Twitter has blocked a post from an advisor to President Donald Trump, who suggested that masks do not work to stop the spread of coronavirus. Scott Atlas joined the White House in August as a science advisor. He had tweeted, "Masks work, no." The post said widespread use of masks is not supported. It was blocked Sunday. A Twitter spokesperson says the tweet violated a company policy that prohibits sharing false or misleading misinformation about COVID-19. In such cases, Twitter disables the account until its owner deletes the post in question. Atlas called Twitter's action censorship.
2 guitars owned, played, and partly designed by the late Eddie Van Halen will be going up for auction. Julien's Auctions announced Monday that a 2004 EVH Charvel Art Series electric guitar and a customized electric guitar Van Halen built at his home studio with his guitar tech will be among the items for sale at the Beverly Hills auction that starts December 5th. Each instrument is expected to fetch between $60,000 and $80,000. The auction was already in the works when the guitar legend and Rock and Roll Hall of Fame inductee died of cancer on October 6th at age 65.
Coming up next, Coca-Cola discontinuing products, Joe Biden and Animal Crossing, and a dinosaur discovery from a young boy.
We'll also get the latest news from Hollywood.
And what can we expect for our weather? I'll begin with a look at our extended forecast. Stay with us.
Where are we?
We are at Marietta College.
This is where we live at Marietta College.
If you're a child of the 60s or 70s, you might remember the soda tab Coca-Cola's first ever diet soda. After nearly 60 years, Tab is being discontinued. Coca-Cola says it's one of the several underperforming products being eliminated from its brand lineup by the end of the year. The beverage company is working to streamline production and focus on best sellers. Coke previously announced that Odwalla Juice's Zico Coconut Water would be among the discontinued brands.
Nintendo Switch users now can visit Biden campaign headquarters inside the video game Animal Crossing: New Horizon. The popular life simulation game allows players to develop communities on deserted islands. Inside this virtual office, players can learn about the presidential candidates and volunteer to help the campaign. They also see a message encouraging them to vote in the real world.
Nathan Rushkin, A 12-year-old Canadian boy made a very significant dinosaur discovery with his father that turned out to be just the tip of the iceberg. The two were hiking in Alberta over the summer when they found a very large bone, which turned out to be the arm of a 69-million-year-old dinosaur, identified by a museum as that of a hadrosaur. The museum sent a team to the site who have since unearthed 30 to 50 more bones. Nathan and his dad say they hope to one day see their dinosaur on display in a museum. In entertainment news, a major movie studio is addressing some problems in its past. Here's Sam Rubdow with that and more in the Hollywood Minute.
What's going on in Hollywood?
Thanks, guys. Disney is recognizing the racism in some of its classic movies when Disney Plus streams 1941's Dumbo and 1953's Peter Pan and other films. They'll be preceded by a content advisory that begins, "This program includes negative depictions and or mistreatment or people or cultures. These stereotypes were wrong then and are wrong now. The idea is to acknowledge and learn from the harmful impact of such material." George Clooney is hitting the diamond. Clooney and his Smokehouse Pictures partner, Grant Heslov, are set to write and produce Calico Joe, based on the John Grisham novel. It's described as a story of fathers and sons' forgiveness and redemption in the world of Major League Baseball. Also producing the film, Bob Dylan, through his Gray Water Park Productions. Here's your first look at Uncle Frank. Paul Breton stars as a gay man in the early 70s who closeted to his conservation Southern family. The somewhat autobiographically inspired drama from American Beauty writer and 6 Feet Under creator Alan Ball hits Prime Video November 25th. With your Hollywood Minute, I'm Kyler. Back to you guys at the desk.
Thanks, Kyler. It's time now to check back in with Kyler Folkert for our extended forecast.
What do you have for us, Kyler?
So for our extended forecast, in Ohio, southern Ohio, where we're at, it's looking like there's going to be some rain. Some of it's already past us. It looks like another set of rain's about to come in. Our 5-day forecast, Wednesday, a high of 78, low of 54 and partly cloudy. For Thursday, it's a high of 81, low of 57 and sunny. And for Friday, a high of 78, a low of 56, and it's going to be partly cloudy. For Saturday is a high of 61, a low of 46, and a 60% chance of rain. And for Sunday, a high of 64, a low of 42, and a 40% chance of rain. Back to you guys at the desk.
Thanks, Kyler. When we come back, Nate Hinckley will have the latest from the world of sports.
Stay with us.
James Brown and Bill Cowher welcoming you back to the Midnight Snack Run.
This is one tricky obstacle course.
He's reaching, but he pushes it away. He's approaching a plate of iced cookies. He blows right by him.
Oh, the fridge.
Looks like he's headed for the soda. Wait, he jukes left, grabs the water bottle.
Now he's just got to get out of there.
Look what dropped from the sky.
Don't do it, Dennis. That's the way you execute a Midnight Snack Run.
Stand Up to Cancer and Rally want you to reduce your risk for cancer.
Go to takeahealthystand.org.
We are strong, we are resilient, and we will get through this together. But these are stressful times, and it's important to also practice good self-care. It's normal to feel overwhelmed, anxious, or afraid, but there is hope. Reach out to someone, connect with your friends, stay in touch with your community, and know that you are not alone. Learn more at wearebroadcasters.com/hope, furnished by the National Association of Broadcasters and this station.
We've always had villains to face.
Bad guys to take down. But you
are the most horrible of all.
We're not here because we have to be.
We're here because we've had enough of you.
Every single one of us is mortal.
But inside of us, we're all heroes.
So stand up with us.
Stand up to fight.
Stand up to cancer. Visit standuptocancer.org to learn more.
And now we're back with Nate Hinckley for a look at sports.
Busy week in the world of sports, wasn't it?
You're right, and I have the rundown. To start, James Conner ran for 101 yards and a touchdown, and the Pittsburgh Steelers battered the Cleveland Browns in a 38-7 blowout victory. Pittsburgh improved to 5-0 for the first time since 1978 with that win. Ben Roethlisberger added 162 passing and a score as Pittsburgh emphatically ended Cleveland's 4-game winning streak while extending the Browns' skid at Heinz Field to 17 and counting. The Browns, now 4-2, were unable to get anything going against a defense that sacked Aiken Baker Mayfield 4 times. Mayfield also threw a pair of interceptions and was pulled late in the third quarter. Furthermore, Taco Bell will be offering freebies again for its reward members during the upcoming World Series. The fast food chain says it's still a base, still a taco. Giveaway is returning for a 9th year in a row, which means reward members can get free Dorito Locos tacos if a base is stolen during the series and can be redeemed through the app just hours after the first base is stolen. The World Series gets underway today, with the Tampa Bay Rays facing the Los Angeles Chargers. And coming up next, during the Titans' win over the Texans on Sunday, a move by Mike Vrabel proved to be the difference between winning and losing when he used an NFL rules loophole to give his team extra time. With the Titans on defense and trailing by a point with 3 minutes and 5 seconds left, Vrabel intentionally sent one too many players on the field as the Texans faced 2nd and 1 from the Titans' 25th yard line. This gave the Titans just enough time to score the game-tying touchdown when Ryan Tannehill connected with A.J. Brown with 4 seconds left. The Titans then went on to win the game in overtime while improving to 5-0. The NCAA is punishing the University of Massachusetts for providing impermissible financial aid that exceeded the full cost of attendance for both men's basketball and women's tennis athletes. The Committee on Infractions determined the violations should be classified as Level 2 mitigated and punished UMass with 2 years of probation, a fine, and a vacation of records and contest ineligible players participated in from 2014 to 2017. In total, the panel found UMass provided more than $9,100 in excess of full cost of attendance on 13 separate occasions over a 3-year span. That's all for now. Back to you guys at the desk.
Thank you, Nate. Joining us now at the desk is Kyler Fulkert for a last look at the weather. What's it looking out there, Kyler?
So this week's looking like it should be a little warmer. Hopefully probably the last time of the season, of the year, but I'm expecting 80 degrees one day at least this week.
Yeah, that's a pretty big change of what we've been used to. Been pretty cold in the 60s a lot. 80s will be nice to have. It's still very rainy, so hopefully that stops soon. Well, that's it for today's broadcast. For all of us here at WCMO TV, thank you for watching. We'll hope you join us on Tuesdays and Thursdays at noon 30 and 6:30 for WCMO NewsCenter 15, Marietta College Broadcasting. See you next time.
Meet Candace. This senior basketball player loves to spend time hanging out before class with her best friend and education major, Shelby. Shelby knows the best place to study is at the Kalaki Cafe, where she can compare notes with baseball player Ryan and get a great cup of coffee too. In the off-season, Ryan tries his best when he's shooting hoops with broadcasting major Gage in the Dyson Baudo Recreation Center, home of Fenton Court. Gage, as producer at WCMO 15 News, runs the control room, where he shows the ropes to Mary, a junior volleyball player and advertising and public relations major. Mary loves to spend her free time drawing down at the Herman Fine Arts Center, where her sorority sister Madison majors in studio art. Madison meets up downtown with junior rower Katie. Downtown's where you can get beautiful river views, specialty stores, and the best root beer in Ohio. Katie heads back to campus just in time for a class in the Rickey Science Center with who else but Candace. So take a look around. Here at Marietta College, we're all connected. We are family, and we are all pioneers.
So there you are. It's flu season, and you're over 65 like me. You might be forgetting something serious. Your annual flu shot. The flu can be life-threatening, especially if you have chronic conditions like diabetes and heart disease, which can worsen with the flu. The immune system weakens with age. Ask about a flu vaccine option made specifically for us. Visit ncoa.org/flu to learn more and talk to your doctor about vaccine options for people 65 and older.
My Marietta.
My Marietta.
My Marietta.
My Marietta.
My home away from home.
My stepping stones for the future.
My Marietta Network.
My performing.
At Marietta College, the professors are here for you more than just your classes. They want to help you succeed in both school and your career because they really care about you as a person. And that's why I can call my professors my friends. And that's why they're part of my Marietta Network.
I enjoy being here at Marietta College with all the kind of things that you get to do with mass media. You get to work around with the community, whether it be the elections that happen or with sports. You get to work on radio and format your own kind of show, whichever way you'd like to do it. And you even get to work on live television here. I mean, there's nothing more you could really ask for if you're interested in broadcasting or doing anything that involves mass media here at Marietta. It's a fun experience and I love it.
Marietta College provides me with state-of-the-art facilities. Also, while heading to class, it was like taking a stroll in the park. I've absolutely fallen in love with the campus.
At Marietta College, everybody cares about each other. We all say hi and smile when we see each other. My professors really know me and they care about my success. And I get to perform a lot here at the theater, and I get to sing, and I get to play in any bands that I want to. It's great.